Well, first, just look at this package. My goodness, that is the official retail packaging for the new Motorola Razr 2019. So if you purchase it, you can expect to have this unboxing experience. Edges and strangeness, I love it all. That's what I look for. You know, I've seen a few boxes in my day. Couple of boxes. Ooh, okay. This is a very unusual smartphone. Look at how slim that thing is, reminiscent of the original Razr, which I owned actually, the classic form factor. So you close it down and look at that. That's the phone. That's what you put in your pocket. Is it a one-handed endeavor? Look, ooh, it's the addictive aspect. Will.
Satisfying?
The satisfaction. Yeah, you haven't flipped in a while. That's fun. Well, that's already fun. Okay, video over. I'm satisfied. And you pop this baby out, Will? Guy like you? Out in public? You're turning some heads with that. This box is almost like you want to hold on to it as a dock or something for your device.
Well, yeah, it actually is a dock.
This is a dock.
It kind of amplifies the sound. You can kind of see the
Oh, I
grills.
see this grill right here. Interesting. Now this looks like something you put your sunglasses in.
Oh, yeah.
Some kind of sustainable packaging to hold on to all your stuff. This headset has a braided cable. It actually looks pretty high quality as well. Branding on the earbuds, Type-C connector. Of course, there's a microphone in there for conferencing as well. Type-C cable for charging. It's got the same braided style going on. And then lastly, the power brick, 18-watt turbo power is what Motorola is saying. Flip the prongs up, save a little space. It's also got a Type-C to mini jack if you want to use some mini jack headphones that you have. And it carries forward the same braided design on the cable. So which one is the power switch here?
It's to your right.
Your power switch is right here on the frame. It's tiny, it's textured, so you can tell the difference. Let me check the brightness real quick. There we go. Ooh, that is that's fun. I'm having fun. Jack, is that fun or what? My goodness. So you pick that up, you pop that open on the side like that. And then your full future. That's how you get the exterior display, same button. Now, if you get a notification, it's also gonna pop up, of course, in this spot right here, and you can interact with it. If you're ready to sit down and immerse yourself in your phone, you do the pop open and you get the full experience. But if you're in an environment where you don't wanna be distracted, you just interact on the outside display.
Limited functionality. There's options.
There's options. And this is gonna be interesting for me to experiment with a little bit more as time goes on, how much you can use the outside instead of the inside, or if you're constantly compelled to go all the way to the larger display on the inside. This is something that I'm gonna have to experiment with over time. Big camera, that's your main camera unit on the outside of the device. Now you can use that as well as your selfie camera because you have the display here. As far as taking selfies are concerned, this is gonna be a lot more comfortable to reach out and snap like this. So this lets you use your better camera on the outside of your phone as a selfie camera. You can use it essentially for everything. When it comes to unlocking the phone, you have a fingerprint scanner in the chin portion down here. The other thing that's down there in the chin portion is this USB Type-C connector, and you can see the speaker grill over here. Also, you have two separate batteries, one in the top and the bottom, and you create this balanced feel. In terms of specifications, this thing has 6 gigs of RAM, 128 GB of storage. It has a Snapdragon 710 processor. I've been told that there's a lot of consideration that went into that decision in regards to protecting this particular design, thinking about battery consumption, heat, and various other aspects. The overall capacity when you combine the two is 2510, so it's something to consider if you're looking at this device. Obviously, you can find devices with bigger battery capacity, but that's not really the focus of this thing. What about watching video on here? It's an unusual aspect ratio, and so I'm gonna load up some YouTube real quick, and we're gonna get a sense for the speaker capability.
Hey, does anyone have a charger?
Ooh,
We're dying.
okay.
We have the
Wow, all right.
Mac Pro.
Okay, so it is maxed out already, but
And
interesting. All right, now I should say it might be time for us to change the aspect ratio of our own videos we shoot, because as these things get more and more slender and there's a serious push, look at this. When I zoom into our content here, wow, you're moving way in. I guess it still works. So you can see if you're watching 16:9 content and you zoom in to fill the display, you're going way in. But the GPUs did burn out on me.
This is your dock.
And I had to have a replacement twice. So, and I don't think
I mean, it amps it up a little bit.
An ambitious form factor when you consider the
I think it's
horsepower
just a
that went in there.
bonus.
So
That's all
Apple
that
went
is.
back to more traditional form
It ain't no
factor
Bluetooth
for those
speaker
professional
volume.
users. Trash can wasn't received all that well because they were so aggressive on the form factor. And as you know now, they moved back to a more traditional form factor.
Where do you put stuff, Jack? Where do you put all your stuff? You gotta put a phone in there, dude. Components, batteries, speakers. Now, I know they are very proud about this hinge, by the way, and the hinge is really a magical aspect because unlike some of the other designs that I've seen, it's almost like this display is floating a little bit. Watch that bottom part of the chin. See that? See how it is suspended? It moves a little bit into that section. The display is actually pulled. There's a bit of tension on the display. And what that gives you is far less of an appearance of a crease. I've talked in the past about how some of the other devices, the Galaxy Fold, for example, kind of feels like a foldable tablet, whereas this one feels like a phone still in its unfolded format. Now let's go ahead and launch the cameras real quick. This, by default, you launch into the rear camera. Grab some focus real quick. Bang, there you go. Take one more. Bang. Kirk is seeing emojis. So as you can see, the external display can be utilized to showcase, well, this guy, whatever his name is. Boom. You can see the famous plant there represented. 16 megapixel main camera. That's what this here is shot on.
And a 5 megapixel internal camera.
Look at that. And so it is mostly a rectangle still. This, there's no way I'm dropping this out here. So 3, 2, 1, bang. Now I can also look at the photos captured right here if I want to. Now let's see what happens if I flip up right within the photo. I'm still there. You see the continuity that goes on there. It wouldn't be a video unless Jack could check out the beard hair test as usual. And of course, the individual hairs are represented. This is an action shot. It's mid-sentence. I'm talking to Kirk. It's mid-sentence. That's an action shot. Man, it's a whole new era that we're living in. A lot of it is the open close, Will. It's huge. It's this, it's that, with the thumb, and bang. You see that, Jack? It's like a spring-loaded effect almost. See the way the last part is assisted. All right, you come, pull it out. You see who it is. You pop it open. Yeah. Give me the details. I don't care about St. Louis. I already talked to them. Who? No. I'm calling the Giants. Oh. See you later. Don't get on the wrong side of that guy. It's tiny. It's small in the pocket. Look at that little guy. There's that. That's the Razr 2019. Here is a typical XL. Look at that.
That's a chunky.
You see that? That's the whole pocket, top to bottom. And then let's go for the little guy. Yes. It's eSIM, so you don't insert your SIM card. It's Verizon exclusive in the States. It's also going to come to Canada shortly after, may or may not be an exclusive when it gets here. It's going to be 24/7 support. If you do damage the display and need a replacement, it's not going to be the cost of the entire device. Instead, it's going to be $299. They aren't going after an IP rating, but they do say that the device is splash proof with water repellency. I know it's a strange aspect ratio, but on the inside, this is 6.2 inches, and the outside display is 2.7 inches, in case you're wondering. It feels like the future in your pocket. It's the future in your pocket today. The Razr for 2019. 2020.